Hello everyone, this is my very first video about aquariums and it's the TMC First Wave 78L.
So hi everyone, I'm Aquatic Hood. Yeah, Aquatic Hood, I'm going to find that confusing. I've just come over from the ant keeping world and I'm looking at keeping a saltwater setup or a marine setup. Now, I do have another channel called Ants Hood, and if I do refer to myself as Ants Hood, I do apologise where the word go now. But this is very different for me. I've never kept anything like this before in my life. I never kept fish. Well, I did keep fish when I was 11, but that was just throwing them all in there and hoping for the best, as you well know, but as you guys well know, should I say. There's a lot more to it with the saltwater world, and I am a complete noob, complete beginner at this. So if you see anything that I'm doing wrong, or if you've got any tips, leave a comment and let me know, because it's all going to be helpful for me at this stage. I've gone from being a very experienced ant keeper, helping people out, giving advice, and now I've gone to the point of where I don't know anything. So this is going to be a bit new for me. I have got some stuff already, and I'm going to go through that in a second. Bearing in mind that money is always tight because the economy's pants, but I am aiming to have a look at the kit, tell you what I've got in this video, and then I'll give it how much I've spent at the end of it. I know this is an expensive hobby and I've tried my best at the moment to keep it affordable. Now, there is some stuff that I'm probably going to need down the line, but I want you guys to tell me what I'm going to need. I know I need an ATO. I know I'm going to need one of them and I haven't got it yet, but I'm only going to be going through the first cycling at the moment, and that can wait till next payday. But really excited to get into this new world of marine fish, and I hope you can join me along with it as well, because it should be fun for us all. Like I said, leave a comment, help me out, just don't be a nasty pasty about it, because like I said, complete noob at this, and I'm going to document it, one, so I can go back in the future and see where it all started, and then secondly, you guys can help me along, help me as I go along. But I'm also a bit of a storyteller. If you notice from my other channel, I tell stories. I go from having the Connolly and then building it up and then everything that I've done with it. And I intend to do the same kind of setup with this as well. So I'm being more of a storyteller. There is 58,000 freaking channels out there on YouTube that tell you what you should and shouldn't do. That is not my videos. My videos are going to be like, this is what I'm doing and this is what's happened with it. So if you like me, a noob, looking at getting into it, watch this video, because you might find the money that you need to get, because a lot of people quote like a couple of £1,000, might not necessarily be the case. But wait until the end of the video and I'll give a total summing up of how much everything costs. But for now, let's go look at what I've actually got.
So I've got the First Wave 78 litre. Now there is the 48 litre, I think it is, and that's got a lot of videos out there, but this hasn't got many. Now, realistically speaking, there's not going to be much difference between them, but I wanted a bigger one because I wanted to keep slightly more fish. This comfortably could house 5 fish, and that's what I'm going for with this. Now, I do apologise for the little paw there. I've got a little Malinois. Well, I say she's not little, but I've got a little Malinois and she wouldn't get out of the shot, so you've got a paw there. Right, I'm going to apologise for the angle of this while I unbox it. I am not used to doing videos like this, because in my anting world, I can put it on my desk, I can film it, get good content as well. This is new to me, so bear with the video angles until I get used to doing something bigger, and then we can crack on from there. But so this is the First Wave 78, as I said before. There is a nice little instruction thing up there on top as well, with other bits and bobs you can get. I've already got some of that stuff I just pointed to, and I've got that, but I'll talk about that a bit later. That's the rocks and stuff for it. So it's not too bad. What I did like about it being boxed is it had these little strings on it, which really helps you pull it out. I mean, I'm not sure about you guys, but I didn't have anybody about to help me pull it out of the box, so having that was awesome. Plus, it also means I wouldn't damage the box if I need to return it for whatever reason, which I have saved the box for that reason, but because I haven't filled it full of water, I don't know if there's leaks and stuff, so I've saved the box for now, but I will be getting rid of it eventually. So as it came out, it was fairly well wrapped. It's got all the box of goodies there, which come free with the tank, but I'll go through that a bit more in a bit more detail later. I was just having a bit of a nose here. The carbon's there, but I'll talk about that later anyway. And the dog wants to get involved as well, because she obviously can't not be involved in anything that I do. I am going to fast forward this bit because I'm going to show you this later on in more detail. So this is the lid. One of the things I liked about this setup was that it did have a lid. As you guys well know, for I said earlier, I don't have an ATO yet. Having a lid will reduce some of the evaporation, so I can keep on top of it a bit better. An ATO is on my order list of stuff to get. Now, the lid comes with a little flap to feed it, which is cool, but when it comes to auto feeders, which I want to look at as well, that's going to be pants. The lights, adequate, but I've been told there's better ones out there, so I probably will move forward with a mesh, an ATO, and a freestanding light that'll be a bit better, because I do want to have a reef setup. Now, having a quick look at this, it seems fine. I don't really know what I'm looking for, I'm not going to lie. I had a quick look at the seals, it seemed okay, but yet again, don't really know what I'm looking at. But for a noob like me, you guys can drop some tips and hints below what I should be looking for. Seems all right to me though, and I'm quite happy with it as a general rule of thumbs. But let's go and have a look to see what was in that little box of goodies.
So let's go over to what was in the box of goodies that came with it. So first thing is this plug. So from what I can gather from other people talking about it, this has got 3 adapters on it. So that means that you can connect stuff like your pump, your light and your skimmer and have it all going into one plug, which is really helpful because I haven't got a little plug adapter yet. Like, you know, it's like little thingies where you can plug multiple ones in. Ain't got one yet. I'm going to get one. I've got one somewhere. I'll plug it in. But anyway, for now, one plug will sort the tank out for what I need it to do, which is awesome. Now, the next big thing that's come out of that one was the protein skimmer. So why it comes out the bottom, I know it sticks on with the suckers to the side, but it kind of, why did you not just put it out coming out the side? Makes more sense to me. So at least it will sit on the bottom if need be. But saying that, if it sits on the bottom, it's going to vibrate. So it doesn't really matter, it comes out the bottom. No, it's probably just me being a noob again. From what I can gather, this is the old speedy majiggy thing to increase and decrease the amount of air getting pumped into it from the pumpy, motory thingamajiggy here. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of this because I don't know the terminology yet. I will eventually. So, and is this must be where it gets sucked in from because it's got a filter around it. Tell me if I'm wrong. You guys know better than me, but I imagine that's where it's coming in from. It's got the suckers stuck at the side, which is cool. Then we've got this little bad boy here, which is the skimmer itself. Now that sits on top there from my understanding. And if you look, I'll cut in a picture here. If you look here as well, you can see that the cover has got a, either way, the cover has got an opening for this, but it's also blank in case you don't put this protein skimmer in. Now, I'm not doing it in this video, getting it all sorted, because I want to do some aquascaping videos first as well. But I am going to put this in when I first set it up, but I am not going to turn it on during the cycling, because one, I don't think there's any need for it, and two, I don't know what the second reason is for, but I don't need to turn it on, so it's fine. What else have we got in here? We have got the pump. Now this pump, to me, looks teeny tiny. I mean, it's tiny, but apparently it'll be enough. It's what I need, so that's fine. And I've obviously got this that goes going to connect onto there. It does connect onto there. This is a bit stiff. And then that comes out, so El Pumpio. It's got a clip. Clips onto it somehow, but what does that do? Does that support? No. What does this do? Right, if you know what this does, leave a comment for me again, because at the moment I've got a Scooby-Doo. In fact, it might tell me on the front. 5 pipe work and fittings. When I say 5, I'm looking at this. It's just got it there. It's 5. It's back to front because I'm using the other camera, but that says 5. It doesn't say 2. But what does that connect to then? Because it looks a bit big. No. Any tips? That will be helpful. I'm sure I'll probably figure it out when I put it together. Ooh. Does that spare one of these? Does that break a lot? Got a spare one by the looks of it. Handy guide. What else have I got? So I've got the filter. Got carbon in it. I've looked into this. I shouldn't put the carbon in straight away when I'm cycling. So I'm probably not going to do that. Have been told as well that I need to rinse this as well to get the fine particles of the carbon off, so it doesn't get into the tank and things like that. So I've got that as well coming. Need to sort that out as well. Oh, what's this do? I've got a little clip on top. Is that for easy pulling it in and out? Probably. Then I've got these little rocky things as well. So to my understanding, these are for the bacteria to grow on as well. But I've also got live rock, but I'll go into that in a bit. So that will help too, but that's going in the filter as well. Then I've got the coarse filter that goes on top of that. But I'm not going to use this. The reason I'm not going to use this is because I want to get some cheapo filter. I've got to go to the aquarium and get some water later today anyway. Pre-mixed salt water for the moment, until I could, just to set it up. Then when I go forward, I'm going to look at getting an RO filter, then do my own water and stuff, but salt water mixing and stuff, but that's future stuff. So the sand's going to be covered in particles. Yes, I'm going to clean the sand when I get it to it, but it's going to be covered in fine particles still. So I want to put a cheapo filter on top of this until the cycling's done, just so I make sure I get all those fine particles of the sand up and I don't clog up this one. That's the plan anyway. We'll wait and see how that one works out. And that's it for that. Everything that I get with a tank. Now, like I said, I'm going to be a noob here when I set it up. You're probably going to be in a later video. Am I doing this video? I don't know, it depends how long it is. But either way, I will be setting up and there will be a video about that one as well. Probably when I aquascape, I don't know. We'll wait and see. But anyway, what else did I get? Let's move on. What else have I got? I have got, equipment-wise, this bad boy, which is the Sin Wave pump, the SO 3. That says SO, it's just back to front. Don't know about this one. Apparently it's got different settings and stuff, which I'm going to play with at the time. Don't need it now during the cycling, or do I? No, it's more for effect. As long as I've got the pumpy water going to aerate it, should be okay. But I'll probably put it in there anyway, just not turn it on. But it's got numerous settings. Probably talk about it more at the time when I'm setting it up. But I got this. Then, other vitally important things, especially for saltwater fish, because they're all warmy things, I got this bad boy as well. So the 100 watt heater. Now, this, in the arts of making everything cheap as possible for me, one of the reasons I went with Charterhouse Aquatics, I think it is because this came free with it. Now, I know heaters aren't fantastically expensive. I also know that people preach about is it titanium heaters? Cool, yes, want to get one in the future. But for now, this will do. It's new. TMC, as far as I'm aware, are quite a reputable make. So hopefully it will be okay. If you guys got any experience of these heaters or whatever, let me know. Probably looking at keeping it a temperature of around 24.5 degrees C. Don't ask me what that is in Fahrenheit for you American people. I ain't got a Scooby-Doo. This is apparently good for, supposed to be 20 to 24 degrees C. Which is interesting. It hasn't put it in Fahrenheit, considering it's got UK gallons and American gallons in it, which is 22 UK, 26 American for what it can deal with. To my understanding, this tank is 78 litres. So what's that, about 20 gallons UK, I think it is. Don't ask me, it's top of my head stuff, this. So it should be okay. But it came with it, so I'm assuming that it is fine for this tank. So yes, got that now. What else did I buy? Of course, a refractometer. That sounds like a kid named it. Refractometer. But yes, it's one of these. Oh, something just fell off there. No idea. But I've got one of these as well, which is cool because I need to test my water parameters. Yes, I'm getting it pre-mixed and things like that, but I need to get into the habit of testing fairly regularly. So I've got one anyway. Rather have it than not need it, I guess. So what else did I buy? Now we're talking about the aquascaping stuff. I have got Eco Reef. Yes, it's TMC again, but it's supposed to be, is it coral sand? This is the finer stuff, because I didn't particularly want the coarser stuff. Yes, I know that means there's gonna be more fancy stuff in it as well, but I've got 10 kilograms because I wanted some left over just in case, but I want a decent thick level of it at the bottom of the tank. I'm talking about 1.5 inches thick, possibly 2 at the bottom of it, because I've got every intention to get a Watchman goby and paired with a pistol shrimp, which the pistol shrimp likes to dig as well. Well, it digs little burrows for it, but probably talk about that when I get it, because that is, I've already got this all planned out, believe it or not. I've totally geeked out on it. So yes, I have got sand. Now, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna clean this sand, to be fair, because I've got nothing to mix it in with yet. but I will figure it out. I will need to clean it in RO water. Yes, it says apparently I can do it in tap water, rinse it with tap water, and then final rinse it with RO water just to get all the stuff on it. But I'm a complete noob at this, guys, and I don't want to mess anything up from the word go. But if you guys have got experience of doing it with tap water first and then just rinsing it through RO, let me know, because I'd rather do that than spend money on RO water that I haven't really got. But yes, so I've got sand. I think this is supposed to be live sand as well. 100% natural, possibly source from ancient buried fossil coral reef. That's lovely, isn't it? Perfect for marine reef aquariums. High PF freshwater tanks. Obtained under license of so they've robbed the beach of this. I wonder if they went there with a shovel, like, quick, get it, let's run off. But anyway, so I've got the sand. I better go on to this one next. Oh, yes, I know it's TMC as well. This is purely coincidental because of costs, but I've got the Eco Reef Nano Mix A. So we'll be, when I do my aquascape video, I will be opening this up so you guys can see it and my process that I've gone around it. I do need to get some cement for it so I can cement it together once I've got the design that I want, but that's future talk. But yeah, there's quite a few bits in that, but we'll get around to that when we get to the video of it. All right, let's put that down here. Now, finally, not quite finally, water testing kit. So this seems to have everything that I needed. Probably went a bit OTT because really I need to concentrate on nitrates and nitrous, is it? pH and salinity, which I've got salinity with you anyway. This does pH, KH, whatever that is, NH4, imagine that's nitrates, NO2, NO3, and PO4. I'm sure when I open it up and find out what all that stuff means, it will tell me inside. But for now, it's just like, I've got a test kit, so that'll do for now. Anyway, so what else have I got? Kickstart this stuff, which is Satus, which has got all the friendly bacteria and stuff apparently that I need to kickstart the cycle. So, yeah, this stuff. Apparently I have to pour the whole lot in. Seems like a lot, but if that's what it tells me to do, that's what it tells me to do. And even though I've got no fishies, to kickstart the majigger, the cycling, I need to put a couple of flakes of these bad boys in so they've got something to eat and start producing pneumonia, and the bacteria can start producing that, converting that pneumonia into other stuff. I don't know what the other stuff is, but other stuff, so it's not harmful for the fishies. Yes, I know, I sound like a complete noob, it's because I am. Don't judge. Just accept the fact I'm new to this. So yeah, got some of this stuff. And not quite finally yet, I've still got some more things coming. Salt water. Now you're gonna ask yourself, why did you buy that if you're getting it pre-mixed? Because when I started ordering this stuff, I couldn't find anywhere local that did saltwater stuff, pre-mixed salt water. Did have a good conversation with the chaps up in Mansfield, because that's an hour and a half away from me, and they were going to help me out loads, but again, an hour and a half is quite far to go, so I decided against getting it off them. I then found a place, Marina Aquatics or something, in garden centres, just down the road, but they don't do pre-mixed water as well, but I could get my RO from there, so that's why I bought the salt. Now I've since found that a little further away, there is another marine, I can't remember what it's called, it gives them, and it's always in garden centres, one of those fishy places. They do marine stuff, and I've been looking at there about stuff that I'm looking at getting, probably gonna get my fish from there eventually. And they, from the website, they do pre-mix, so I'm gonna be going there later today for it. But at the time of ordering it, I was just gonna get RO water and mix it myself. That's why I got the salt. It's there. And finally, a 4-in-1 scraper, algae scraper. Scrape. Keep it nice and clean. So yeah, I've got that. Now, did I really need this at the time? Now, no, probably not, but yeah, thought process, keeping it cheap. Yeah, okay. So that's everything I've got so far for my tank.
So let's have a look at the total costs. So you can see the individual items that I spent up here. Now, the reason I went with Chart House is because at the time when I was looking, they had a 10% discount on their gift vouchers. I was going to buy them and save myself 50 quid, as it were, but it didn't work out that way because they stopped the offer before I had the money to do it, so boo-hoo. But this is all the stuff that I've got from Charterhouse, and the total, I think, is a fairly respectable amount. So the total cost was £595. I did buy some little tubing for my partner's cold water tank, so really speaking, it was £593, give or take, with a total savings of £18.78. That was because I did a build an aquarium offer, so I got some discounts on some of the other bits that I could build that up. I personally don't think that's too bad considering how much money other people have been quoted. But, and there is a but, because when I filmed all this footage, that was before I went to the aquarium and picked up all the water and stuff that I wanted, so there's a little bit more to go through. So when I went to the shops, I picked up some more bits and bobs. I've got the aquascapey stuff, so I can put it together so it doesn't collapse. Can't believe I didn't get a fishnet, what was I thinking? And I managed to pick up some cheap filter pads which I can cut to size, as I was talking about earlier in the video. Now you'll also see in the top left hand corner there is a temperature gaugey thermometer, that's the word I'm looking for. I opened it because I noticed that the sucker was a bit warped, so I opened it up and it is broken, so that's got to go back tomorrow. I also bought all of my RO water. I bought 25 litres of RO water and I bought 100 litres of pre-mixed salt water. All in all, everything there cost me £109.60p. But I've rented 2 of their canisters and I bought 3. I think they're at £13 each. So I should be able to get, it's a day rent, a £1 for a day for each tub. I think it's a bit dear, to be fair. I'm returning it tomorrow, I'm going to have it for 2 days, so I should get about £22 in total back from that. So that pushes it down to around 90 quid extra. So that'll be the end of the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, it's different top, different day, as I said, following day. My next video hopefully is going to be on my aquascaping stuff, how I'm scaping it, and then I might do another video when I'm setting, putting all the stuff into the tank and getting this tank ready up. Well, was it aquarium? I'm going to get this terminology one day. Right, no, I'm noob. Leave me alone. So we'll be moving on to that a bit later. I'm going to do that video for next week, the aquascaping video after that, about setting it all up so you can get an idea of what's going on. Plus it'll give me time to then cycle and go through the process and film that so you guys can see from a noob's perspective, from somebody new, completely beginning at this, where they go from there. Welcome to the ant cave, by the way. This is where I do my hobby stuff, my modelling, and I am printing, 3D printer over there, I am printing the Stargate Atlantis city ship, so that'll be cool, but that's a winter hobby, not a summer one. So anyway, guys, I will look forward to seeing you in my next videos. Hopefully you got an idea what's going on forward. It will be more focused on the stuff that I'm doing rather than me talking through everything, but it's kind of difficult to go through stuff from this perspective, especially with before I always used to just film ants and that was easy. Because it was all on my table and it was all nice and neat. Now I'm doing more my face stuff, which nobody wants to see that. So let's more, hopefully going forward, focus more on what I'm actually doing, and I can talk through that process. I will be starting the aquascaping this afternoon because I've got a busy weekend. I need to get the tank set up, water done, get the jerry cans back tomorrow, and I've also got to finish installing the solar panels on my camper van. So I've got a lot going on this weekend. So hopefully I get it all together. I can edit it over next week and probably make it a little bit more interesting than what this video was. But if you stuck it out, cheers. I will see you going forward, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.